Hey, Shalom, Mr. Brother Bai. You're back here again. Before I get started, like always, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakha. Double honor to my teachers, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. The Nolan Wells case is about race. And the reason why I say that is I've been listening to some of these TikTok lives where they've been having groups of people come on and talk on panels about this case. And you've had a good amount of people, so-called black people and so-called white people, whether they agree that Nolan Wells was unjustly put to death at the hands of these so-called white men, whether they agree that he was, murdered by these men, a lot of them will still say, "Oh, we're not gonna make this about race. We're not gonna, this ain't about race. Let's not race bait. Let's not." Look, man, everything that exists around you, all right, from the moment you are born on this earth, it is about race. Everything that is around you that has been built, everything that is around you that has been constructed, all right, from the way you are to the job you work, to the places you go out to eat, everything you partake in is built off, constructed around race, and specifically nationality. You can't take race out of the equation. You can't take nationality out of the equation. And you would think, you so-called black people, after hundreds of years of brutality, rape, rob, and murder, and unjust dealings at the hand of another nation, that you will know that one of the most important things on this earth is nationality and race. And that's why a lot of our people are lost, because they don't give a fuck about their nationality, which goes into your lineage, your heritage, your customs. They don't give a fuck about learning what was stolen from them, what was raped from them, what was beaten from them. All right? They don't care. They just want a fucking dollar to their name. They just want to try to make it in this system that was created for another nation off the construct of race, Edomite supremacy, what they will call white supremacy. But we know the biblical nationality of the so-called white man is Esau, the nation of Edom. So really you're living under a system of Edomite supremacy. So how the fuck can you take race or nationality out of the equation when you're trying to go to a justice system that was created under the guise of Edomite supremacy, man? Right? I was watching a clip earlier where they was talking about how, look, man, you think the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan, all these groups, you think these racial groups have just disappeared off the face of the earth? No. The Ku Klux Klan, the KKK, what were they primarily known for? Hiding behind, those hoods, masks. What do you think they hide behind now? They judges, they're firemen, they're police sheriffs, all right? They're in the government, police officers, all right? You can't, when you're discussing these situations that have to do with two different races, two different nationalities going at each other, you can't take nationality out of the equation. Even if these so-called white men didn't intentionally murder Nolan, which they did, one of them did, and the rest of them are helping covering it up. I don't care what you say. But let's say hypothetically they didn't. It's still based off nationality and race, because Nolan Wells was in a place predominantly occupied, all right, and governed by another nation, the Edomites. The place he was at, this Horn Island place, this little island that they go to for recreational purposes, that they went to on July 4th, was primarily occupied by a whole nother nation. So here it is, you're the minority within the majority. And the reason why that's so important is because different nations, the reason why the Lord, who you call God, Hebrew name being Yahweh, has created different nations on the earth. We have different languages, we have different customs, we have different things that we like, we have things that we disagree upon, We have different gods we worship. All right, and you cannot be divided and build a house of unity. The scriptures say, a house divided cannot stand. So that's primarily one of the main reasons that America is falling at the rate that it's falling, because you have all these different nations and ideologies and beliefs over here going at each other's necks. When the scriptures tell you we weren't supposed to be together, we were supposed to be separated. I'm gonna get it in. I'm gonna get the first one. I'm gonna get is Genesis chapter 25. And this goes into Isaac and Rebekah, all right, and Rebekah giving birth to Esau and Jacob. Genesis chapter 25, verse 21. It says, "And Isaac entreated the Lord power Yahweh for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord power Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her." And that's what you're seeing. So-called white people, so-called black people, we've been struggling ever since we came in contact with each other. All right? Fresh water don't mix with salt water. Okay? A positive can't mix with a negative, man. Okay? It's not natural. We're at odds with each other. We struggle against each other. And you can't use the minority and say, well, there's some good white people. You can't use the minority to define the majority. All right, especially when you're under a system that was created by the Edomites. Till this day, all right, you got to go to their government for a passport. You got to go to their government for a driver's license. All right, you got to adhere to their laws that they have created in their constitutions. All right, their amendments, their Declaration of Independence. This is all Edomite supremacy. They ain't got shit to do with you. All right. You struggling against each other because we're not meant to be together. The only reason we're over here, remember, the only reason we as the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Hispanic, and Native American Indians through your father's lineage, which that's so important, that's so imperative, that's why they took nationality out of this educational system about you learning about the different nations, so you wouldn't focus on nationality no more. You would just say everybody's the same, everybody's one, while you're being subjected and oppressed. But going back to the scriptures, verse 22, it says, "And the children struggled together within her, and she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord power Yahweh." So she wanted to know why her children, her twins, were fighting in her womb. Verse 23, "And the Lord power Yahweh said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels." It said these two twin brothers are going to become two separate nations. All right? They're going to become two different manner of people, and shall be separated, not joined together, which means they can't which means they can't build together. Okay? It says let me see. Continue reading. So so two manner of people. Your personality is different. Your character traits are different. All right? The things you like, the music you like to listen to, the type of foods you like to eat, the seasonings you like to put on your food. Even when you look at the Israelites, all right, the Puerto Ricans, the so-called African Americans, the Jamaicans, Haitians, Mexicans, Native American Indians, even we have differences within our own little cultures, and we're all the Israelites. But we're different tribes. We're 12 different tribes of the nation of Israel, but even we have differences. So how much more a whole nother complete nation? So you cannot take race, specifically nationality, out of the equation. You just cannot. It says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right? Let me go to Deuteronomy chapter 32. And let's go down to See if I can find what I'm looking for. Bear with me one moment. Is it in Deuteronomy chapter 32? Yeah, Deuteronomy. I went too far down. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, starting at verse 8. It says, when the Most High divided, not joined together, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, not joined together, because all nations come from Adam, but the Lord separated the sons of Adam. That's why you got the you got the Chinese, the Japanese. Their facial structures are different. Their eyes, a lot of them don't even have double eyelid, normal eyelids. You got so-called white people. You got the Elamites, who you would call East Indians, right? You got the Hamites, who were the ancient Egyptians, all right, over there in Ethiopia, all right. Different nations, different nationalities. You got Japhet, who you would look at as the Samoans, all right. Different nationalities. The Lord separated the sons of Adam all throughout the earth, okay. It says he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord power, Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. We know that the chosen nation of the Lord is Israel. Okay, so you have all these different nations that the Lord separated. The point of this scripture coming out is because the Lord separated the nations. He gave us different languages. He gave us different customs and cultures that we like. All right? And we just ain't going to jail. And we definitely ain't going to jail with the Edomites, because we just read in Genesis chapter 25 how Jacob and Esau were wrestling in the womb of Rebekah. And Jacob became the forefather of who you would call the children of Israel, the Israelites today. And Esau became, which the Israelites are you so-called African Americans, Hispanics, and Native American Indians through your father's lineage. And Esau became the forefather of so-called white people. All right, there's no joining, there's no gelling together. But what happens when this society has been created by your enemy, the Edomites, and they don't want you to know that you're the Israelites. They want to take nationality out of the equation. You fast forward to the year 2026, and your children and all the older people who've been brainwashed are talking about nationality and race don't matter. They've been indoctrinated and fooled and corrupted by their enemy. Meanwhile, your enemy is ruling the face of this earth based off of nationality, Edomite supremacy. They go bomb the Middle East. They go take over other countries with their media and their banking system based off of keeping their nation the supreme nation on the earth. Meanwhile, you working these measly, low-paying 9-to-5 jobs, and you're being murdered and done unjustly. You say, let's take race out of it. You have a race for a reason. The Lord gave you a nationality for a reason, for a purpose. I remember that interview of Muhammad Ali. He was talking about how, look, man. Matter of fact, I think I'll be able to find it. Bear with me one moment. I think I'll be able to find it. If I can't find it, then probably just gonna wrap this up. But yeah, it's real quick. Matter of fact, let me get this one. Should I play the whole thing?
People to move in the neighborhoods, but clean their own neighborhoods. And another thing, when you say integration, it comes under intermarriage too, right? All right. Been together.
Right, sure.
And something about integration too. Integration is one of the worst things that have happened to you so-called black people over here in America. That's why the scriptures say the Lord separated the nations. The only reason we're over here in the land of our in the land of our enemy is because the Lord punished us for breaking the first covenant. So we're in captivity right now. All right? But integrating with other nations, no, that ain't the way to go.
I'm sure no intelligent white person watching this show, or no intelligent white man in his or her right white mind, want black boys and black girls marrying their white sons and daughters, and in return introducing their grandchildren as half brown, kinky-haired black people. And I'm sure
I wouldn't object to that.
Well, you wouldn't, but a lot of them would.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people. No, this is the point.
What I'm trying to say is this. And you don't have it. You say you don't, but you don't have it. You really ain't gonna have it. You're on the show, and you got to say that. But
that's not true.
Why would you want to do that?
Because I don't think I'm any different from you. You see.
We much different.
I mean, I think society's made us different.
You know we're different. We all together.
But society's made us different.
No, not society. God made us different.
No, would you?
See, and that's the point. You got this simple as devil coming as a serpent. No, we're not different. Nigga, look in the mirror. That's one fundamental basic difference. We have melanin. You don't. We have pigmentation. You don't. That's one of the basic differences that we have. And then we can go into all the other different traits that we have. But just that one basic, when you come out of the womb and you see the difference in our appearance, all right, that shows you that we're different, man. We're not different. Society made us different. No, nigga. Like Muhammad Ali just said, the Most High made us different. All right?
Human beings, he made all of us.
We all, listen, bluebirds fly with bluebirds, red birds want to be with red birds. Listen, tell me when I'm wrong. Pigeons want to be with pigeons.
But
tell me
when I'm wrong. We should have
they don't have intelligence, but yet they stay together. We should have more intelligence than them, right? Buzzards are with buzzards.
That's a great point. You see zebras. Do you see zebras going over chilling with deers? Because they got legs. They got legs in the head. No, man. They hang with their kind. And that's basic nature. And Muhammad Ali, like, look, we smarter than them, right? Or supposed to be.
Buzzards are with buzzards. Bluebirds are with bluebirds. They all are birds, but they got different cultures. The eagles like to hang out in the mountains. The buzzard like to fly around the desert.
Well,
the bluebird like to fly around the trees and the grass.
There'd be certain problems, a buzzard mating with a sparrow, wouldn't there?
What?
There'd be certain...
Right. And we have the problems too.
No,
I don't see no black and white couples in England or America walking around proud holding their children.
That's because society...
And going out.
That's society's fault. We've got to educate people around it.
Well, life is too short for me to be raised catching hell for something like that. I'd rather go and be my own. I have a beautiful daughter, beautiful wife. They look like me. We're all happy, and I don't have no trouble. I have no trouble. I ain't that much in love with no woman to go through all that hell. Ain't no one woman that good. You understand?
I understand. Yeah, I do understand. I understand. But I think it's sad that
it ain't sad because I want my child to look like me. Every intelligent person wants his child to look like him. I'm sad because I want to blot out my race and lose my beautiful identity. Chinese love Chinese. They love the little slanted-eyed, pretty brown-skinned babies. Pakistanis love their culture. Jewish people love their culture. A lot of Catholics don't want to marry a number of Catholics. They want the religion to stay the same. Who want to spot up yourself and kill your race? You a hater of your people if you don't want to stay who you are. You shame what God made you. God didn't make no mistake when he made us all like we were.
I think that's a philosophy of despair.
Despair.
I really do.
It ain't no despair.
Number
one, can't no woman. Let me tell you something. I want to tell you. Listen, no woman on this whole earth, not even a black woman in Muslim countries, can please me and cook for me and socialize and talk to me like my American black woman. No woman, at last, is a white woman, can really identify with me and my feelings and the way I act and the way I talk. And you can't take no Chinese man and give him no Puerto Rican woman and holler about we're in love and you emotionally in love and physically, but really they're not happy because she's gonna hear some Puerto Rican music, he's gonna hear some Chinese music, and they're gonna be clashing all the time. It's just nature. You can do what you want.
Yeah, it's just nature. And, I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, and there's been many countless examples of couples of different nations where they have too many problems. Either the families don't get along or down the line, true intentions come out later that maybe it was just a fetish for the woman or a fetish for the man. And it just, look, man, you take from it what you will. But for this Nolan Wells case and any case, anything period in life, it's a lot of it, all of it revolves around nationality, man. It's all about nationality. So until next time I say